Welcome to Real Life Investing. This is Al getting in contact with you guys. I'm going to talk to you today about PolySwarm. This is what we talked about before. But I am kind of like circling the block on this one. Hadn't talked about it in a minute. But let's go ahead and set the scene. Bitcoin is now at 105. Ethereum is at 2,500. Let's go ahead and move a little quickly on this. Fear and greed is at 52. Our market cap is going to be at 3.3 trillion. So let's go ahead and look at some Bitcoin dominance at 63.7%. Ethereum is going to be at 9.3%. Others 27%. Now, I'm going to mention this real quick about PolySwarm. If you're going to purchase it, and remember, nothing we say on the channel is financial advice. But also, while you're at it, if you like what you see today, just ask you to like and subscribe to the channel. We're growing, and we're just going to ask you to grow with us. We really appreciate your viewing. Now, as we look forward here, notice right here, I'm looking at PolySwarm. I'm liking the price that I see right here. Remember, like I said, nothing's financial advice, but I'm liking the price that I see right here that is below 2 cents, okay? Now, this is like a penny and some change. So anytime I feel like you can get PolySwarm currently at under 2 cents, you're doing something really good. So just a little bit of a heads up on that right now. Let's see how this thing's been moving overall. Over the 1 day, we see where it is. 7 day looks like it's already up for the last 7 days. Let me see how down, not down by much on that 1 day, just like 3%. Let's take a look at the 1 month after this. The 1 month is kind of steady. So if you notice, this thing's been really steady over the month. Probably, I would say at the worst case scenario, it's been consolidating over the month. You know what I mean? Probably down over the year for sure, I think. Can't remember. Okay, it's only down just a little bit over the year. So my personal opinion, and like I said, not financial advice, as you can tell, this thing, considering how choppy as all get out the market has been, PolySwarm is like steady as she goes. You know, that's like they're with the boat, and they're like steady as she goes. Looks like it's been kind of steady over the past year. I'm not going to say it hasn't been perfect because I know that as I've looked at its behavior, it's kind of been going up and down a little bit. But if you can notice, it's really been going steady over a year's time. So what I'm seeing right here, I'm seeing something that is really consolidating over a year's time, moving up and down a little bit. Also, take a look at the market cap for PolySwarm. The market cap is less than 40 million. Is like what, 37 million at the moment right now. So just a heads up on that. PolySwarm is really has a lot of potential. So just a heads up on that. And remember that PolySwarm is not necessarily a new crypto, but it has a certain niche in cybersecurity. So this is a nice little crypto. Now let's take a look at the markets that it's in. One of the things we can say about PolySwarm, it is already on Coinbase Exchange. And I was also seeing how you can buy this on Binance with with a wallet or something of that nature. So it's not impossible to get it there as well. But just a heads up on that PolySwarm is not one that is how can I say not doesn't have some exposure. So just a heads up, it's on some really good markets. Now let's go to Twitter if we can. Get also known as X. And let's just go ahead and start taking a look at this. Don't forget this little statement, and says we have officially been added to the top made of America coins, tokens by market capitalization on Coin Market Cap. So in other words, this is proudly built in the US of A and driving blockchain innovation in cybersecurity. I know that it takes several months to actually get certain things done, but for the coins that are American made, there have been some supposed tax breaks, etc., and some issues concerning capital gains tax, as far as like some type of advantages, or maybe not even paying capital gains tax at all. but that has not necessarily happened as of yet, but just a heads up, there's always a possibility. Now, we're not going to wait on anything like that, but I'm just showing you that this is a really nice crypto as far as like it's made in the USA. And so therefore it's going to have some, how can I say, some favors done for it. Not in a bad way, but just to let you know, it has some advantages over other crypto. Now, let's go to the PolySwarm website. We hadn't been here in a minute, but let's go ahead and look at some of the partners, PolySwarm partners, okay? So we haven't looked at this in a while, but let's look at it, just kind of give some of you guys a refresher. And this is going to be the partners of PolySwarm, cybersecurity, malwation, Alibaba, that's really good right here. Was it C3 Labs, CrowdStrike, that's a good one. Dr. Webb, CyRadar. We have what? Kaspersky, that's a good one. What's this? Proton, 360 Total Security sounds good to me here. And let's see what else we have going down here. So Varicide, Trust Look, etc. So you got several antivirus companies, Secure Age, etc. So just a heads up that these guys are doing rather well. So also you have some integrations with several companies as well. SensorNet, Cyware, Silobreaker, Splunkzor, Threat Connect, Threat Quotient. So right here, partnering with threat intelligence providers to integrate the marketplace threat intelligence into their services. So just to give you a heads up, PolySwarm is a company that's doing pretty doggone well. Now, don't forget this. This is not a, I mean, even though the market cap is small, the company already has 3 nice locations, Puerto Rico, San Diego, and Singapore. So just to give you a heads up that this company is doing pretty decently well for itself. So keep that in mind. Don't forget that PolySwarm is getting some things done, right? Now, this is the white paper. I'm not going to go into that, but this is going to be the white paper for PolySwarm, a decentralized cyber threat intelligence market. It's like it's got several pages. They give you a background for PolySwarm, etc. And they just show you a very detailed map of the PolySwarm. These guys really have their things together. I'm not going to go over that in detail, but what I will do is, I think there was a very nice video we did in the past. I'm going to leave a video in the description below of something we had already done with PolySwarm. So going back to the actual PolySwarm as far as in the markets. So let me go back to the chart here, talk about this somewhat. Like I said before, we got this very, very small market cap. Currently, the volume is down. I'm not even worried about that right now, especially at the time I'm doing this video, because of the fact that most people are asleep right now. I'm sorry. I don't know why I found that so funny. But anyways, most people are asleep at the moment. But no biggie, no biggie. So like I said, I just wanted to bring this back to your attention because I haven't been doing a whole lot of videos on PolySwarm. We did have some really, successful videos we did in the past, but it seems like a lot of people are just like, either going to sleep on this one or just said, whatever. But I wanted you guys to see this because I feel like you can kind of maybe, of course, everybody's going to do your own research, okay? But do your own research. I really like that chart as far as like everything appears to be consolidating. There's no like really, dive down on this thing as far as like the past year. I really feel like once we get all of this gobbly junk out of the way and really start to work on, actual business, economy, trading with no tariffs, no hindrances, and just everything going a lot more smoother, I really feel like things are going to go well. Also, I will mention this, don't worry about what people are saying about whether the economy is going up or down. Don't forget that whether the economy is going up, whether the economy is going down, whether we're in so-called good times or bad times, that does not affect the stock market. And it also does not affect crypto. No matter what happens, things could go to Hades in a handbasket around here, but that is not going to stop Bitcoin from rising. That's not going to stop a lot of other altcoins from rising either. The thing about it is, the people who are going to be winning in these tough times right now are going to be the investors. So make sure that you're investing. Make sure you're investing in the right stuff too. And notice right here, even with PolySwarm, I was saying, hey, try to get it under 2 cents. It looks like this moves up and down a little bit, but at the same time, try to get it under 2 cents if you can. I think that would be ideal. And nevertheless, make sure to do your research. But I just wanted to bring you, in our case with this particular channel, it's an oldie but a goodie. But guys, have a great one. Talk to you later and be blessed. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.